Okay, are we muted? Yes, we are. Okay,
Ready?
now we're ready. Yep. Paste. All right. Tuesday already. What? Good morning. Hi, Lily. Hi, guys. All right. We are going to get this party started. Woohoo! Who loves StreetText? Lots of people love StreetText. Some people don't know what it is, but that is what we are going to be talking about. Joanna, hold on. StreetText, or Stephen is in my messenger. Can you go in there and send him the link? Pretty please. Thank you. All right. So, yeah. So we're gonna kind of.
Oh, that was me.
Okay, good. All right, welcome to Tech Tuesday. Today we are going to be talking about StreetText. So if you want some leads in your database to call, this is the way to do it. You can literally run an ad, wake up in the morning with leads in your inbox so that you have something to prospect, right? A lot of people talk to me and they're like, I said, did you do your prospecting today? And they're like, well, who do I call? So if you don't know who to call, this is probably a good class to be in because you will have so many people to call. Then your next problem with me is going to be like, oh my God, I have so many leads. I don't know what to do with them. I'm kind of losing track and I don't, blah, blah, blah. Let's help with automation. So we're going to talk about running ads, setting up ad bundles, and setting up an automated search to go out to your leads if you're using KV Core. Sorry if you're not, but if you are going to love that part. So that's the first time I've taught it because I literally just learned it. I've been here at EXP for God knows how long, and I just learned you can actually set up that automation. So it's going to be a great class, and we are going to jump in to, oh, hi, Stephen. All right, so Stephen is here from StreetText, and he's going to be looking at the chat. So please ask your questions in the chat. He will get right back to you. And then he's going to share some new stuff that we've been working on after I'm all done with my part. So sound good? Ready to get started? Okay. So we're going to share screen here. And we are going to start right here in StreetText. So this is like back to the basics right here. You're going to open up your StreetText. You're going to click on ads. You're going to click on create new ads. So this is perfect if your computer works. There we are. There we are. Oh, shoot. I'm logged into Cindy's. That's okay. That's okay. We're going to just do it right from Cindy's today. So this right here, they are in, like, these are all the ads you can run, right? Tons of different ads. You have PDF ads, like all different kinds. But see how this one right here is the #1 ad. So if you have a listing, you should be running this on your listing. And the second one is open house. If you have a listing and you're having an open house, you should be running this one. If you don't have a listing, maybe talk to your friend and see if you could borrow their listing and run ads on it. So anyway, we're going to do that on this one really quick here. And I'm going to change this to Wake Las Vegas because that's where it is. 17 Grand Corniche, 4 bedrooms, 6 bath. And then we're going to go over here to ChatGPT. So basically, I take the property description out of the MLS and I say, write a Facebook description with emojis and bulleted points about this. And then I paste it. And then here is my description that I'm going to use. And you can ask it to redo it, a bunch of times. That way you're not posting the same thing over and over. But we're going to go like that. And then we're going to go upload file to grab a picture. Maybe the courtyard. It's the front of the front of the home, the backyard with a pool. Like those are the best pictures to do. This one, because I ran ads on this home before, is the best picture. Like it does so good. So anyway, we're going to use that one. And we just click next. Destination website. This is where I send people to to the property website that you guys have heard me talk about. So basically it looks like this. And then you scroll down, all the information is here. You have so much you can add here because remember, owners of luxury properties, they love you to put everything in the MLS and you can't. So this is the perfect place to do it. It has all the pictures and video. If there were a 3D tour and floor plans, that would also be in here, but this particular owner didn't want them. So anyway, that's where I send people. So if you have some type of property site, do that. If you need someone for that, my guy does it. If you send him the pictures and the video, he'll build one for you, and it's $99 for a year per property. So let us know if you need that information because they're just pretty. And you can also use them at your listing presentations to show people like what you do for your sellers. So anyway, and then I'm just going to drop a pin in Las Vegas. And I'm going to go 50-mile radius because we work this whole area. Lucky us, done. And then I'm also going to add in places where people are moving from. So we have LA, San Diego, and then Seattle and Chicago. How do I know that? We have a really cool cheater website that will tell you where people are moving from. So that's where we run our ads, right? So, I mean, I know running it in Las Vegas is like amazing, but there's a lot of people moving here. And if you have a place, you know, your market is a lot of second homeowners, stuff like that, like you'd probably want to do that too. And then you can either select a tag if you already have a tag. See, we already have tags here, or you can create a new tag and click add. But we already have one, so I'm going to go here to Grand Corniche and deploy. Okay, so that's just, we did a $7 daily budget and then a 3 split test. So I always change that to 3 because it never fails. There's gonna be one ad that does better than the other 2, right? So I wait a couple days, I turn off the ones that aren't doing as good and I save the good one, and that's what we add to the bundle. So I'm going to show you the bundle in a little bit, but let's show you a couple more different ads to run. Devana, do you have a question about this particular part?
Yeah, thanks. So you're running the ad for your listing, but what if you're looking for buyers and you put seller? Can you also put buyer or what? Because I'm just curious as to I'm looking for buyers because I have the listing, but are you really looking for sellers?
Okay, I'm looking for a buyer for our property. Are
Right.
buyers sellers? Yes, they are.
So your buyers are sellers.
Some buyers are sellers,
No, I
right?
get
They,
that. I
they
get
need
that.
to
But
sell
would
in
you
order to
also put
buy.
as a tag buyer?
It should have had a tag buyer.
Oh, okay. Just that's for clarification. Thanks.
Yeah. So then I'm going to go here and I'm going to go back to the actual ad that we just ran and I'm going to say edit automation. Right here, see, it already has a tag that says buyer because that's what you're attracting is buyers. Okay. So yeah, I don't want to say it's a seller because we don't know that yet. Okay. And then add action. This is where I'm going to make sure that we have the tag that says Grand Corniche. Add event. Because just because we did it on that one page, it doesn't make it done here. And we want that tag to come through into our CRM so we know exactly what ad was ran. Okay.
Amy,
So yes.
if you add if you add tags to the ad itself,
Mhm.
they won't always show up in here because they're kind of like two separate things, but they
Right.
will still trigger though.
They don't come through the CRM into KV Core unless I do it this way.
Oh, interesting. That might be okay. We can solve for that. That might just be because it's using the email parsing, right? Probably.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. We can solve for that. But
But
anyway,
this
so
solves
stick with
for
your
it.
plan for now. But in the
But
future.
yeah, no, it would be great if it already did that. But I always go in here and make sure because yeah, if I don't, then Joanne's like, I don't know where this came from, so
Good to know. Okay, that's an easy fix on our end.
awesome. Okay, so moving right along. So that is the first ad I'm going to show you how to use or how to run. And then the next one, this is my favorite, and you should always have one of these running. We're going to go to seller, right? You can like filter the templates right here. And mine is what's your home really worth? I select that. And then I use the map just because it works better than all my pretty pictures that I do. I add a little terrain because I want something. And it's funny because I help other people run it and I press terrain and nothing happens. So it depends if you have mountains by you. Anyway, so this is what it looks like right here. What's your home really worth? Next, targeting location. This one you definitely want to target, the Las Vegas area or wherever you're from because you don't want to be selling the houses in California. Anyway, so 50-mile radius. This is everywhere we work. Done. So we did the map. We dropped the location. We're going to do a split test on this as well. We're also going to add in Instagram and then see how it says seller, Divana. This one is going to be a seller ad. But you could also do like home value. Oh, she doesn't have anything. Okay, so if you don't have a tag yet, create a tag and we're going to call it home value ad. That way we know it's a seller ad and it came from home value and then deploy. How easy is that, right? I did this for one of our agents, Sandra, in Tennessee, and she goes, oh, those don't work here. She had like 12 freaking seller leads when she woke up. So there's that. And then she's like, oh my God, I don't know what to do with these. I'm like, yeah. Laura.
The the picture of the map, was that just a static image that you created, or did you create that on?
No, I hit map image and it just finds the map. You type in your city, right? Las Vegas was at the top, and then you click map image and it just generates the map for you.
Okay, I'll have to ask you later. My dogs are barking. I can't hear anything.
Okay, this is recorded, so you can always watch this again. But anyway, that's how you do that one. And then my next favorite one is a list of homes. So say you don't have a listing, but you have a list of homes, right? So I use KV Core. You can use your own website, but this is what we have. And so we go in here to lead engine, build a squeeze page. And then let's say I want to do Las Vegas. So I'm going to put in Las Vegas and then I'm going to say single family. And then I'm going to say minimum price $1 million. $1 million. So now we're going to do a list of luxury homes in Las Vegas. Wouldn't that be cool? Okay, so then you're going to go over here where it says property views allowed before registration. You're going to say never, right? This is super important. So if you're working on a different website, just make sure that your website does not require them to register. Because if they have to fill out the form for StreetText and then fill out the form when they come into your website, they are not going to do that and they're going to say bad things about you on Facebook. So make sure that says never. And then you're just going to say generate link. And here is your link right here. Always, always, always go test it. So this is what it's going to look like. You usually, and of course it's not going to load. Reload. Oh, here we go. Here we go. It's loading. So anyway, this is everything over $1 million. There's only 927 results in Las Vegas, but this is what they'll get. The pictures are generating, so it is going to look a little bit better. But anyway, this is the squeeze page that's going to go out to them. And you could do this with anything. You don't have to do luxury. You could do pool homes, right? Or you could do homes on acreage or, whatever you guys have in your market, maybe barn dominiums. Oh my God, that would be amazing if we had a list of barn dominiums here. I love those. I'm gonna have one of those someday. Anyway, so anything that someone's looking for in your area, that's what I would do a list of, because that's what's gonna do most. Like downsizing, single story homes, sick of stairs, let's go, you know? So anyway, that's gonna be the link. Then you're gonna go back here. That ad's done. Then you're going to scroll back up to ads. And let's see. Create new ad. And you'll see this is also kind of the top of the list because it works so good. So right here, you're going to go over to the third one where the eyeballs are, and it says see all available home type for sale in your city. So we're going to select this. And then we're going to say Las Vegas, and we're going to say luxury homes. So see how it says see all available luxury homes for sale in Las Vegas. And then we're gonna, you can either upload a picture of a luxury home, or I have plenty of them. So I'm gonna just grab one. Oh, that's not what I want. Oh, okay, we're gonna have to use this because I'm in Cindy's account. I'm like, where's the pictures? Oh yeah, I'm in Cindy's account. Anyway, here's a luxury home. We just say next. And then the destination website is, remember that list of homes? So you're just gonna go here and click Control V, paste it in there. Next, drop a pin. Again, maybe not just people in Las Vegas want luxury homes here. Maybe you want to also send this out to Los Angeles, because you never know if they're going to be looking here. And then San Diego, Seattle, and Chicago. Okay, so we got all of our things in there. Next, again, $7 a day, 3 Instagram. And then this one is going to be create new tag, and we're going to say luxury homes in LV ad. I'm also going to do luxury homes LV, all one word. That's going to help us build our search in KB Core. So add, deploy. Look at that. I just ran 9 ads. What time is it? 18 minutes? Laura, do you still have a question, or you just still have your hand up? You good? Okay. Okay, so that was just running my favorite ads. There's a whole bunch of different ads in there too. If you want to check them out, like PDF ads, like download your list of things that you should do to get top dollar of your home. Like that's in there. Staging tips. There's so many of those kind of ads that you can run that are super easy. But I love home shopping ads and home value ads because those are the people I'm looking for. But anyway, so let's say you have your searches set up. I want to make sure we have this one. Cindy Mayo is probably on here saying, oh my God, she's spending so much money right now. I love it. Okay, edit automation. And then, so this is a buyer list of properties. I'm going to add in my tag. And it's going to be luxury homes LV. I'm going to make sure I have that in there. That way, when we go to KB Core, right here where it says all marketing, this is a search alert. Okay, so you're going to click on search alert, and you're going to click create new alert, and then you're going to search for hashtags, which we just did, luxury homes LV. LV right there. Okay, so now when they come in with this tag, luxury home in Las Vegas. This is so you know what it is. Okay. I leave it as the dynamic subject line, right? Because it's going to be a better subject line when a new one pops up. And then I'm going to go here to Las Vegas. Right there. And then I'm going to come down here. I believe it's listing type. Yep, single family. And then price range 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So, and that's all I'm going to do. And then add alert. So now even though I'm in my account, not Cindy's, so we're gonna have to do this again. But when a lead comes in that has that hashtag, this search is automatically going to be applied, because this is super important, because when you run those kind of ads and you have the squeeze page, that is not setting them up on an automated search. It is just sending them a list of homes, and they only get that once. So we actually used to manually set each person up on the search when they come in. We actually hired someone to do that because we don't have time. And now you don't have to. So, and I know this also works on Lofty. So if you guys are using Lofty, I know it works there. I'm not going to show you how, because I don't know how, but know that it's possible. And then whatever website you are using, check it out, because automation is key. And if you drop the ball and you don't start doing things like this and making sure they're getting, homes every day, they're going to end up going somewhere else. So, and it's really easy to have that done and going, and then you just have to work on your follow-ups. So anyway, what do you think about that? Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, that's really cool. Very cool. Have you shown that before? Is that new?
No, first time.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that's awesome.
Yeah, first time I
about
figured, Kayla Corbin, she's like, I need to figure out how to set this up on Lofty. Like I had it with KV Core, and I'm like, wait, what? You had it with KV Core? And I didn't know. So anyway, we figured that out, and it's just a game changer.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
Marcia, can you show, what did you just say? Let's see, chat. Can you show that last bit of automation in KV Core again? No, I cannot, because we have more to do, but this is recorded, so you can actually go and watch it as many times as you want. And what I do is I bring up trainings like this, I put it on a different computer, and then I pause, and then I do, and then I play, and then I pause, and then I do. You know what I mean? This is how I learned. I have to YouTube everything so I can teach you guys. But anyway, so a couple of things that Steven's going to go over basically is going to enhance everything that I just talked about. Remember how we said that buyers, we're going to put a buyer tag because we don't know if they're sellers yet? Well, Steven has a pretty cool tool that he's going to talk about too, that kind of tells you if they own other properties. So I'm going to turn it over to him, and I'm going to allow you to share screen if you want.
Thanks, Wendy. That was great. I love how everything runs by tags too. Every system just reads tags and then makes decisions. So the tags are key. And so if make sure if that one tag wasn't passing, we'll fix it, because there's like ad level tags and there's automation level tags.
Okay, and I'm thinking the tags that I put initially in there actually run the StreetText CRM part. So like if I want to put all those people in an audience, that's the tag that's going to be pulled, right?
Yeah, but I think what might have just happened is when we added those 2-level tags, there's a chance that we didn't connect it to the email parsing. So I just want to make sure, because it is designed so that when a lead is initially sent to a CRM, the initial ad level tags always go with it. And so I just want to make sure that's
Gotcha.
the case.
Okay. Yeah, and we don't normally have a problem with follow-up boss. It's KV Core. And so
that's what I'm thinking. It's going to be on that side. We also, we have a whole bunch of new stuff coming, which also includes some KV Core stuff. So some exciting news there. Actually, maybe by a show of hands, who here uses KV Core? All right. Who here uses follow-up boss? Okay, a bunch of you. And then who here uses Lofty? Okay, it's a little bit of everybody for all things, but okay. All right. Well, I mean, Wendy, you did an excellent job. I will just on a very, very high level just go through a couple things super fast. Wendy showed like some of the most powerful common ads. And all I wanted to do was just point out a couple things too. Here's another ad type, which was actually the third one that Wendy used, where she was showing like a list of properties. One more thing to keep in mind is like who you're targeting. Or like maybe the language that you're using in the ad. So for example, Wendy was showing you some seller ads, which are super powerful, the luxury ads. You want things to consider too, like list of properties, but you can also go specifically after sort of people looking to downsize or upsize. I'm going to show you a couple examples of both. But when those ads are run, like if you can see here, like this is get a list of turnkey homes, smaller footprint, fewer stairs, less maintenance, right? Like when you think of the person that's reading this ad, it is somebody that is looking to downsize, right? And also keep in mind that when Facebook runs these ads, their ability to find the right people is getting uncanny. Like it is getting pretty ridiculous. Like they know everything and they're reading the content of the ads. They know who their audience is on Facebook. So, Wendy did a great example there where she put even the listing as an example in, ChatGPT or one of the AI tools and kind of rewrite it. And so the text that you're using in the ad is really important actually in helping the targeting right now as well. So here's an example where, this one here, I generated 111 leads at $1.77, like super inexpensive, targeting these, specifically downsizing people. And now that we have the data on this, it is so true that 60+% of this audience have a home to sell, right? Because we're targeting downsizing. So people that are a little bit older, I'm just going to fly through a couple of these and I'll show you some other examples. Waterfront properties can be great. Again, when you're targeting people that are looking for, say, a waterfront property, or it could be a lake, homes with pools is another great example. But typically these ones, if people are searching for this property, kind of like Wendy's Luxury, they tend to not be a first-time home buyer. They tend to have a home that they can sell as well. So keep that in mind. Here's another example, 44 leads generated, 278 so far. Here's a homes with pool example that I was sort of mentioning. Here's a great one, 86 leads at $2.12. So keep those in mind. Those can be really useful. If you can get this in your one of the tools that you're using, I'm not sure if KV Core includes like new construction stuff, but I know so there's some other tools that do. These are really hard to get for a lot of buyers out in the marketplace, especially if they're assembling kind of like a whole bunch of new construction options. And if you have that ability or you have builders that work with you, these can be really popular as well. So keep that in mind. So here's 164 leads, and this is a Vegas one, right, Wendy? So 164 leads at $3. So that can be a cool one here. Here's another one that's kind of interesting. So remember I was showing you the downsize. This would be upsize, right? Like see all available 3+ bedroom family homes in Cypress in California and surrounding communities. This one has done really well. It is actually still running. I can show you an example of it in a minute. But 311 leads, 361, still doing great. And so anyways, I just wanted to show you there's so many ideas just to build on what Wendy was saying. Yeah, so I'll just show you a couple more. In fact, this was actually, I think this is the like here's like a right size list that we use. I mean, this one has spent now $2,800 still generating leads. But if you notice, this is one of the key things about what StreetText does when it shows you the stats as well. For the lifetime of this ad, we've generated leads of about $5. However, the last 4 have gone up, right? So you want to keep an eye on this. I'm going to show you a tool that's going to keep an eye on this for you as well. Here's another example where this is an open house list. Again, we've generated 900 leads on this one here at $4, but the last 7 have actually come in a little bit cheaper. So one of the nice things that StreetText shows you is actually the trend of where the ads are going. Now, you want to keep an eye on this because you sometimes want to make decisions on this, but depending on what it is, you don't necessarily want to turn it off right away. I'll show you another example here. Here's one where we've generated, this is that upsize list, right? Over 700 leads at $3. In the last 7 days, or the last 7 days, it's gone up a little bit, but that doesn't mean it can't go down again. And one of the tools that you will now see inside of StreetText, and it'll be available for you in the trial, it lives in our scale plan, but you will see it on the trial as well, is that we do include now this tool that will actually analyze your ads And it's going to let you know if you should make any changes. Like you can see here in this example, it's saying, hey, continue. It's got excellent performance, continue monitoring. But it'll also show you things like on one of those ads I was showing you, hey, on this one here, let's reduce the daily budget by $1. So it's not telling you to stop it. It's telling you to reduce it by $1. And then it's going to monitor that performance if you make that change. And so this is a really powerful tool. It's built on we have so much ad data that's available to us. We obviously have an ad, management team as well that's taking a look and revising. And so this is a great, great tool just to help you just save more money in the long run, right? Like help you make the decisions, like maintain the ad budget. Now this one here that Chase runs, he loves this one. He doesn't mind that the lead cost is high because he gets really good leads from it. But our system is like, turn this one off immediately due to the ad cost. So it is so you don't have to listen to it. Like, and if I go back here, you'll see, whoops, sorry, if I go back to this ad here, it has a high lead cost. Chase doesn't mind. He likes it because he's obviously got some really good leads on it. I've talked to him a number of times about this one, but you can tell that our system is not happy about it, right? And so this is it will sort of be if you like a tool like that, it will sort of be in your corner helping you make the decision, so you don't have to worry. Like if you come back and you're like, oh, which of my ads is the best? Which one should I keep or turn off? And it'll be available in the trial if you wanted to try it out, and it's in the scale plan as well. So hopefully you find that helpful. I'm not going to go into building the ads. Wendy did a fantastic job with that.
I actually forgot to do the
Yep.
bundle if you want to.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I can show
want me
some
to do
bundles,
it?
and I see a hand coming up here too. Laura, go ahead.
Well, I have one already set that I'm going to turn off ads and show people, like I'm going to turn off these ads and then build the bundle. So I can hop back in when.
Okay, I'll let you do that part then. Yeah.
Hey, Stephen, how do you turn on the thing where it gave advice about how to change your ad settings?
Oh, sorry. Ask that one more time, John.
The sequence that you just had about showing the AI.
Oh, yeah, like this tool here that kicks in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this tool is on our scale plan. However, John, and you might have moved over already, I think, right? Did you not move over already? Or
I think he's in scale.
yeah.
I'm in scale, yeah.
So you should actually be getting this. If you're not getting this, are you a managed ads client though, or not?
Yeah.
Okay. If you're a managed ads client, you may not get this because you already have everything on the managed ad side. But if you still want this email, if this is valuable to you, we can enable that for you. So I can take a quick little note of that.
Yeah, because I'm also putting ads in behind.
Okay. The reason we weren't showing it to managed ads clients is we didn't want to confuse you because there's so many changes that they're making because they're running the ads like.
I'm so confused that you couldn't possibly confuse me more.
Okay. Okay. All right. So yeah, we can still get that running for you.
Thanks.
No, I know Laura had her hand up. Laura, did you still have? I see it's gone now, but maybe that was.
Yeah, no, I was just wondering where on StreetText you found that, but I see it here on the left.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Okay. I think Devon, maybe you're next, then Laura.
Yeah. What is the scale membership? I don't know if I'm on that or not, or what is that?
Okay. So the scale membership, it is our most expensive plan. So if you take a look here now, and I'll show you how to find your plans right now too. So I'm on the annual. I mean, obviously monthly's a little bit more. So those are the two options.
Right.
The Grow plan is really like it's got, don't underestimate. It's a very powerful plan. However, it does have some limits, but it helps you run, your sellers and buyers and all that great stuff. You can do split testing. It's a great tool, but you are limited with how many ads you can launch in a month, for example. But it's a good starter plan. The Pro plan is really where you're going to unlock all of our remarketing. Let's go back to the annual for a second. All of our remarketing, the bundles that Wendy's going to show you in just a moment. So I'll be super quick to get back to it. You can rotate the ads. This is also where StreetText will keep all of your audiences in sync with Facebook automatically. Like this really good stuff here to save you a bunch of time. The scale plan is really our plan where and I'm going to show you another feature on it in a minute that Wendy was referring to. It is more money. And eventually some of these features will kind of go down to the other plan. But this is the plan really where, hey, I'm spending a bit of money on Facebook already. I really want all the tools. I want the AI to help. I want to be able to, find out who my buyers actually have homes to sell, which I'll show you in a second too. There's a ton of AI built into this plan now, and there's only more there's more and more coming. And so this is really the plan where you want things a little bit more on autopilot. And so, but it also includes 100 enrichments, which I'm going to show you in a second. So I would argue that if you love the enrichment side, it's actually even cheaper than our Pro plan because those enrichments are $1 each technically. And so it is actually a really good plan if you're using the enrichment side. So with yeah, maybe I wonder if I'll just, I don't know. I won't show that to you just yet. I'll save that for a second. I'll answer the next question, but hopefully
Well,
that
I'm
helps.
I'm on the
answer.
250 a month plan, so
Which
that
one
was
you on? Sorry.
the 250 a month.
Okay. Okay. And
So I
now,
don't know that that's available anymore, but
yeah, no, no. So actually, if you're on that plan, Devon, then you can reach out to support. You are on one of our legacy plans. We are moving everybody over to these new plans, and so you can reach out to support, and our team can help you with that. And so you can probably get on our on one of these newer plans. So we're moving everybody over slowly.
okay.
There are some advantages in some ways to being on the legacy plans, but now that all these new features are showing up, it's probably
Yeah.
worth the switch.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Lori,
Yes, hi, Stephen. So my question kind of coordinates with everybody else's. I believe I'm on probably the legacy, but how do you know if you're on the legacy or the scale?
so if you
So I
go
did-
to
Mhm.
if you go to this little billing icon on the top right here, or the settings icon, sorry, I won't go into it because I'm in Chase's account right now. But if you go down to billing, this one right here, if you
Oh,
click on
okay.
billing, this is going to show you what plan that you're on, and you can reach out to our support
Gotcha.
team, and they can help
Perfect.
migrate you over if you're one of our older plans as well.
Gotcha. And where did you reach that one? Up on top by
Oh, sorry,
settings?
go to the settings, this little
Oh,
gear
settings.
icon
Okay,
on the
that's what
top
I
right,
thought. Okay, perfect.
and then the billing section.
Thank you.
No, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. And I want to give some time back to Wendy, so I'll be fast. So I'll just maybe touch Wendy, maybe just on that one other feature really quick. There's so many
Yeah, I like that
features in
one.
StreetText. I don't want to get lost. I won't go into the ad bundles. I'll save that for Wendy. One of the things that is in the scale plan too that we're mentioning, and this can run automatically on your leads or one by one. And some of you might have seen this already, but like here's a great example with the Cynthia. If I open this lead up now, this lead actually came in as a just a buyer lead. It came in on an open house ad and on a remarketing ad. But because we have Chase has this turned on, which I'll show you how to turn on in a second, first name, last name, email, and phone number with those details, we were then able to run it through and we were able to uncover that this person actually has a home to sell. You can see that she actually owns the home. She's owned it since 1993. She paid 145,000 for it. Today our estimates are saying it's worth anywhere on the low side of 850 to the high side of 880. So, good equity in the home, bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, all that good stuff, right? And so this is a really good way of knowing a little bit more about your leads. And especially, she's checking out some open house ads. She's coming on actually a remarketing property listing ad that Chase was running, which means that she's looking for something. And now that you know what she owns, that can be really good, I don't know if the word ammunition is the right word, but like intel, I guess, in helping you kind of communicate with her. We also like Chase, he puts these leads also automatically on home value property alerts as well, what's going on with your home. So you can go ahead and do the same sort of thing. He just goes ahead and does it right away. They didn't necessarily ask for that information, but now they're getting updates from Chase in regards to their home value as well. So these are the sorts of things that you can consider doing. This here, you'll notice if I click on the gear icon again, if you're in the scale plan and I go down to lead reveal, what's neat about this is, and I'll just turn these off for a second so to show you how they work. Whoops, sorry. It was Chase Marin. I wasn't allowed to
I
put
know.
So the scale plans include 100 free enrichments every month. And these are, they're built into the plan and they include enrichments where we can actually get data. So if we run a lead and it's just a junk lead, it doesn't actually use one of your enrichments. So for some of you, if you get let's say 20% of your leads are junk, you're actually going to get maybe 120 free enrichments, right? Because it's going to ignore those ones. And so what Chase has on this is he has this enrich leads automatically turned on, which means that it's going to enrich the leads as they come in automatically. He doesn't have to do anything. I showed you a homeowner one, but we can see if they're in the home, but they don't own the home, right? Like we can show you a whole bunch of other data. Whatever we can find, we'll show you. And then if when your 100 enrichments run out, it will just not do anything until the next month and it'll start up again. Chase had this turned on as well. So if you have this on, then it will charge you $1 for the additional enrichments if you want it and he has it on. But keep in mind, how many leads are you generating a month? So for example, if you're generating say 120-ish leads a month and maybe Chase has got some junk leads, he might not even ever spend $1 for enrichment, or he might spend a little bit just for some overage. If you're spending, obviously, like if you're generating 500 leads a month, well, yeah, then you're going to spend more if you have this on. So just keep an eye on how many leads you generate a month, and that's pretty easy to determine right from our ads view, right? Which I don't have now up, but if I go back to my ads, you can actually see on a high level really quick how many leads you generate. Just take a second to load here. So, in this case, Chase generates about 224 leads a month, or sorry, so much so far. If I go back, he actually generates about 258 for the month normally. And so he is going to be paying a little bit, right? Obviously, because there's going to be some junk leads that come through or we can't match, but he will be spending some overage. So this gives you an idea of how many you spend on a monthly basis. And so you can or how many you generate, sorry, on a monthly basis. So it can give you a bit of an estimate. And one of the nice things about StreetText is you can track your lead cost over time, right? Like you can see exactly how many leads you're generating, what you're spending, et cetera, et cetera. So with that, Wendy, I won't show any of the other stuff. I'm going to go back to you. We'll do another one. We have a feature that wasn't ready today anyways that's coming. So we'll do another one and just kind of show you what that looks like and how that works.
Awesome. Love it. Can't wait to see it. Okay. So I talked about running the ads, right? So yesterday I ran, I'm still on Cindy's account. You just go to ads. And so I ran, like, this is a video ad. If you want to view the ad, you can always click view ad so you can see it. So that's what it looks like, but we actually have this thumbnail. Okay. So this one brought in 1 lead, this one brought in 2, this one brought in none. So this is when I go through and I turn off that one. And then I turn off the other one. And then I'm left with this one. Usually I let it run a couple days. This has only been running 1 day, but whatever. So I'm going to turn off this one right here. And then because that one is $7.89 a lead. These are $4 a lead. So that's clearly a better, that's how I, figure that out. And then if you go down, we did a picture ad. So if you want to see the ad, this is what it looks like, right? So picture of this gorgeous home inside, which don't normally do very well. I like the outside better, but it just was so cute that I decided to try to run it. So this one brought in 6 leads. This one brought in 0. This one brought in 1. So see what I mean? You have to run the split test because there's always going to be one that's better than the other one. So I'm going to turn this one off. And then I'm going to turn this guy off. Right here, we're going to leave the one that's making great progress up here for $2 a lead. And then we're going to scroll down here. I also ran this one. Really pretty picture. It shows the lake in the back. This one got 1 lead. This one got 3. And this one got 4. Right? So I'm going to turn off this one and this one. And so that's kind of how I do it. Sometimes I'll also have like carousel ads, that are scrolling back and forth with pictures. I'll also like upload reels, right? And see how the reels do, turn off the 2 that aren't. And then pretty soon you have 5 different days of ads that can run. So then I'm going to scroll up here to add bundles. And so you have to have at least the pro plan to have ad bundles. And I recommend doing this because I want everybody to see my ads all the time, but not the same ad every time. So create new ad bundle. We are going to call this, or wait, we're not doing that yet. You're going to go here to all StreetText monitored ads. It's going to bring up, this was one that we picked. This was the other one that we picked. And you have to have at least 2 to make a bundle. And then we're going to go move you guys out of my way. Out of my way. Click next. And then you're going to name it Via Manitoba Bundle. Okay. And you can always add even more. Like if you decide, oh, I want to do this one. Oh, I want to do this one. You can run it, do your 3 split tests, find your favorite one and add it right to the bundle. So I have them running daily. You can have them running weekly or monthly. I have them running daily. So, and we already picked the audiences. Remember, we did Las Vegas and, all the other places. So those are already set. So a lot of people think that the bundles are only for retargeting, and it's not. It's definitely not. You can run reach bundles, and this is how you do it. And then you just hit deploy. Now, instead of paying for each of those ads every single day, you're only paying $7 a day for that property. So once you get 10 listings, which is easy to do when you're working with StreetText, running 10 listings ads can get very expensive. So I would rather just run $7 a day per property, right? And then when you show your sellers, what you're doing, you could just kind of pop into this, do a video screen share and show them, like these are the ads we're running. This one is here. It looks like this, like share the screen, show them what it looks like. This one has gotten 10 leads. This one is running, it's got us 19 leads. This is what it looks like. Here's another one. It's, 16 leads, so they could see that you are really like doing what you promised you would do when you went to the listing table. So anyway, I love ad bundles. You can also use ad bundles for your retargeting. Like, let's say you have a whole bunch of videos telling people how to buy and sell a house, right? You can have those videos running in front of your database, right? All of your leads, like every day, so that they can get to know, like, and trust you. So anyway, bundles are amazing. I also wanted to dive in. The reason I love this, What's Your Home Really Worth ad, is because if you go to edit automation, you'll see that it already has a 9-month funnel already attached to it, right? So there's a bunch of emails and a bunch of text messages already going out. Like, you don't even have to do anything, but you could humanize your funnel, make it sound more like you and pop some videos into it, but you don't have to. I remember when I first started StreetText, I was getting leads and appointments without even touching that funnel. So I just feel like, when you give them tips on, how to get their home ready for market and stuff like that, that's only just adding value. And so that's what I plug into mine. But it already has a 9-month funnel attached, and you can keep adding on to that if you want to keep going. So it's awesome. Anybody have any questions? Anybody? Cindy, your account's looking so good. Awesome. Does anybody else want me to help them spend their money?
Wendy, I have a question.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm not turning my camera on for the sake of all of you.
Okay.
Are you, do you use, no, I'm not naked. I just look like hell. Are you using do you use the StreetText funnels and the follow-up boss funnels?
No, I don't have my seller funnel in my follow-up boss at all. So if you go to the working with sellers in my Notion page that you have, all of those are in StreetText. The only thing that happens in follow-up boss is that one email that you have to work on and run comps and like do work on. Everything else is automated because that's on purpose. So we don't have to worry about that. But yeah, I have all of those inside the StreetText funnel, and then just the task to make sure that we, get that out to them on day 2.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wendy, it's Laura. At what point should I sign up for this? I'm like not completely set up. So when would you suggest?
Right. So, and it depends. If you want to wait until you start getting listings, you absolutely can. If you want to run some ads to get listings, like what's your luxury home worth? You can do that. You know what I mean? And that would attract luxury home sellers. Or you can run a list of luxury homes if you want to attract some buyers. So when I decided to dive into luxury, that's the first thing I did was, how can I use StreetText to get luxury? And I was like, list of luxury homes, duh. So anyway, and I just set it up for everything over $1 billion. And that's the link I send them to. And then make sure you're setting them up on a search when they click it.
And is there a specific training that we can go through with somebody from StreetText? I mean,
Yeah, once you sign up.
I'm like watching this and I'm like so overwhelmed. I'm like, I have no idea what they're talking about, but anyway.
I know. Well, lucky you, you're in our workshop, so you can ask
Yeah.
questions there. You're also in Tech Tuesday VIP, where we work on this stuff together all the time.
Okay.
So you have that. But yes, once you get live with StreetText, they're actually going to take you through and help you get set up and show you all the good stuff. And then and then you can show up to these masterminds
Sure.
that happen every Wednesday at 9 a.m. PST. They have their masterminds, and that's where you can come in. You can also ask questions. They also have office hours, right, Stephen? You guys have office hours to
Yeah, we got tons of office hours. That's always available every week. Plus, we have like this demo to help you. And if you're in our trial and you start, our
Okay.
team will reach out. And I mean, some of you don't obviously want to talk to somebody. You're just happy just to get started, but they are there to help you. So if you have any questions at all, they will definitely connect.
Thank you.
And how do
Yeah,
we find
great.
out about the StreetText office hours?
Oh, let me get this again. It's in your account, and our team will get all this to you. But I'll just give you a link here for some things that are available.
Oh, but yes, if you could show them in their account where they could find it.
Yeah, let me
know.
do that. And I'll share this.
Abby, you have
I'll
a
share
question?
this.
Hi.
Oh, so
Sorry, I'm just showing you.
yeah,
There's all these classes. Sorry, I won't say
it's
anything.
okay. Those reach bundles that you mentioned, is that like, let's say I don't have a listing, but I want to target a neighborhood that's pretty much all mostly luxury because I just noticed this neighborhood that's near my gym that is all the 12 homes for sale are all over $1 million.
Nice.
So
Okay.
would that be like, am I plugging in like that zip code and now I'm just targeting like those homes for
Right.
that zip code?
So for a bundle, like that's like a bunch of different videos or posts. Like you could do either, like whatever you want to get in front of them. And yes, you can retarget that area. I find it easier to retarget a specific community by grabbing the neighborhood data out and putting it into follow-up boss and then creating that neighborhood because you have to do a 50-mile radius for Facebook. So that's kind of the cheater way to do that. So yeah, you absolutely can. But as far as that goes, what I would do is I would create that list of homes for sale in blah, blah, blah community, right? And then your link that they're going to get is a list of those 12 homes for sale. Okay. And then you can also do what's my home really worth in blah, blah, blah community. If you just like wanted to really niche in on that community instead of the city, you know what I mean? That way they can, contact you to find that out. Your ad spend might be a lot for that because you're making it so small, right? I ask everybody if they want to know their home's value in all of Las Vegas, Boulder City, Summerlin, friggin' Henderson, North Las Vegas, Pahrump. Like we run the whole area. So it's, so we have a lot to choose from. If you do niche just like that, in that tiny neighborhood, it's gonna be, I don't know if it'll work very well, but you could definitely try it. Stephen, do you have any other ideas for that, like for niching in neighborhoods?
For niching in neighborhoods.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
well,
like try to pull buyers and sellers for it.
yeah. Sorry, I was I was slightly on something. I was thinking for a
He wasn't
moment.
even paying attention. Yeah, so like creating a search for homes in this specific community, like you would just call out the community, right? Instead of the
Yeah,
lot.
100%. I would most certainly use the community name wherever possible. Again, these are those little targeting things that you don't even have the option really in Facebook to be like, oh, I want to target this little neighborhood. But if you use it in the ad itself, in the language of the ad, Facebook knows where people live and they know everything about it. And so it'll help find the right people. And the whole job of Facebook's AI for the audience is to find the right ad for the right person. So keep that in mind when you're running ads wherever possible. You can really niche down with that content. The other thing you could do, and this is that broader, again, this is like sort of the power of the influencer side. But if you create videos, helpful videos, and you start talking about the community, maybe the gyms that are in the community, the restaurants, all of that, right?
He's
You
like,
keep all of
yes, I'll make gym
you use the
videos.
community name in the video, you use it in the short little description before the video starts playing. And then you can rotate those ads into bundles like Wendy showed, and you drop the pin right in the middle of that community, and your face will be showing up in front of everybody that lives there. And it's so powerful. It's like pennies a day in terms of your reach, right? Like you can run those ads at $1 a day and just have them rotate and find the right people in the right community.
Awesome. Yep, I love that idea. And you never know though, like if you do a list of homes in that area for sale, I would definitely run that in the whole area because there might be a lot of people wanting to move into that neighborhood. You know what I mean? So like if you do the list of homes, definitely make it out here, but you can say that neighborhood in your ad. Does that
So many people move within
right?
that 15-mile radius because that they want to move to your exact point, just a neighborhood or two over where their parents are living, where they're, all of that, right? Where the school is. Like it's very
Right.
close.
I love it. Claudia.
Good morning. I should know the answer to this question, but I don't. I have a fairly large Facebook group that I would like to start having my ads show up in their Facebook feed, but I don't really want them in my follow-up boss. So can I just upload an audience of like emails or something to StreetText?
Yeah, you have two options on that. So you definitely could, if you've got their emails, you can create an audience just in you can even create it just in Facebook if you wanted, and then you can pull from it. But you also have an ability to target groups if you own your own group in Facebook. So you
Oh,
can target the audience specifically in the group. It's a separate audience. You would have to run it. Most people don't do it through StreetText, so I don't think it's an option you'll find easily. You'd have to do it through the ads manager, but you can actually target people that are in a group as well, or create an audience of people that are in a group.
okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah.
So go to audiences in ads manager or through StreetText.
No, well, so I think in your case, what I would do is I would go to audiences in Facebook's in their ads manager side. I would create the audience, and it's
then
going to
it
be one
would
of
come
two
over
ways.
to
Either you can do it
StreetText.
because you're an admin of the group, or if you have their emails, you can do it one of two ways. Once that audience exists, it will then load into StreetText. So when you are creating an ad and you click that drop down, you'll see it. So as long as you remember what you named it, you'll be able to find it and then run the ads to that audience.
Okay, thank
But in
you.
that case, you'll have to create it on the ads manager.
Awesome. Christina.
I just want to circle back and make sure I understood what you were just talking about correctly. When we don't necessarily need to target like with a tool within these tools, we don't need to specify a certain area. If we say that in our video and include it in our descriptions, Facebook automatically does that.
So you still have to run targeting, and the targeting is either going to be like a physical location, or you can target by, for example, if
Right.
you have a whole bunch of emails or, right? So there's different ways you can do targeting, but
Sorry, I
but
meant
like if the targeting is broad, so like you've dropped a pin and it's a big area. The Facebook is using the language in your ad to help find the right people that live in that audience. And the reason we knew this was true from a long time ago is because we use so much of that split testing too, right? And so when you're running even one single, say, property ad and you've dropped a pin and it's got a 15-mile radius, Facebook isn't going to show your ad to the same set of people each time. It's trying to match and find the right audience. And so for the first ad you launch, it might be trying to match a certain demographic, and the second ad so forth, right? And so you might have $10 leads, $5 leads, and $20 leads, and that's because it's a different audience. But Facebook's getting better and better and better at using the content of the ad to really try to find the right people. So wherever possible, use it because it will help Facebook.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Okay, one more quick question, Lori, and then I gotta hop into VIP.
Oh, sure. It is quick, actually. Stephen, how do I tell in StreetText if I've already remarketed who I've remarketed to? Can I see that list?
You was sort of you can't see necessarily who you've remarketed to.
So I want to know if I have everybody in there that I need, like.
Yeah.
I mean, I set up a call so I can just do it then.
Yeah.
There you
Well,
go.
you can ask it on our we have a remarketing class too. So maybe before I go on this, because I know Wendy's got her thing starting. If you click on that link that was just in the chat, that Calendly/StreetText,
Yeah.
we actually have a remarketing demo and Q&A at the very bottom. And so
Yeah, I
if
saw
you
that.
were to join that's going to be a deep dive on the remarketing side.
Perfect. I'll do that. Thank you.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you, Stephen. Appreciate
You're
it.
welcome.
Okay, you guys, there is no Tech Tuesday next week. I'm going to see my grandbabies, and there's a holiday Monday, so we're just taking the whole week off. So anyway, we will see you in June. And it's going to be an amazing month. So have a great week, guys.
Thank you.
Guys. And Stephen, thank you for